Hi everybody. Today is Saturday, September 26, 2015. On the news today, there is something about Iran and Hezbollah, the Lebanese terrorist group. Why I'm saying terrorist about Hezbollah? Because if you dress like a priest, it doesn't mean you become a priest. And the same thing, if you dress like a devil, you don't become devil. What makes you a priest or devil is what you have inside. The inner side of you, what makes you devil or an angel or whatever. Not the clothes, material. A couple days ago, in Mecca, there is, there is Hajj, they call it. It's where people go and to worship God once a year. And usually there is 1 to 2 million people gather and they walk from place to place, and people just like ants walking one next to each other. So anything, it changed the rhythm of the walking. If for some reason, if somebody, two people start to fight somewhere in the middle of this group of people, physically fighting, then they create a wave of movement, and this could be spread like a domino effect, and it could destroy people when people start running away, and it causes a big, huge damage, just like waves. You cannot stop it. What's interesting about what I'm saying today is a few days ago, there is 700 to 800 people, and almost 1,000 of those people who visitor for this holy place in Mecca get killed from something happened, and people start to run away, and people walk all over each other. And they say there is 5 layer of people, 5 layers. The first 4 totally dead. The number 5 layer, some of them dead, some of them injured. But why I'm saying this, why I'm talking about this subject to the public, to the universe, why? Because Iran is Satan itself, and I'm not saying the people, not out of anything more than being truthful and logical. The people of Iran, it's just like every other people, have nothing to do with things. The government, they trying to say this problem is because of the government of this Saudi Arabia. I'm not pro-Saudi Arabia, and I'm not pro-Iran, and I'm not pro any political identity. But how could 2 million people walk, and then something happened, people start to run away, and you blame the government? What the government is supposed to do at this moment? Freeze everything? But because Iran is devil and evil government, those people who believe in God, they do not know God. They are a shame to Islam. A shame to Islam. They are not a good things to say that those people are Muslim. This is my personal. I could be wrong, I could be right, but I believe in what I believe. I'm too old to not to know what I'm saying about. So Iran lives off tension and religious tension. She separate brother against brother to destroy the Arab nation and make it weaker. There's no difference between Iran and Russia or Israel or China or Europe or America. Everybody going after himself. Money, business. But the sad part, how could be a government like Iran could come and say the problem is from Saudi Arabia, and this can cause a tension between people and more fighting between Muslims. God is greater than them, and He will punish them. Those people will be punished by God. Then you got Iran, she has her own puppy, dogs. Hezbollah in Lebanon is the biggest dog Iran has in the Middle East. There are some in Iraq, big dogs too, but in the Middle East, the biggest dog is Hassan Nasrallah. He is Hezbollah leader. He pretend that he's for the Arab, for the Muslim. He's revolutionary man. And then all of a sudden, he's nothing more than Satan himself. This is my personal. You might not agree, or you might get angry, or you might not like what I'm saying. This is my point. This is what I think. Think whatever you want, and I think whatever I want. There's rules for anything. You can't kill people. You can't leave Lebanon and go to Syria and join a dictator, corrupt government like Al-Assad. If you've never been in Syria, so you don't know what I'm talking about, there is no government in the Arab world. They're all dictators and thieves. That's what they are, dictator and thieves. In the name of God, Hassan Nasrallah going to Syria, fighting Muslim against Muslim, in the name of God, and supporting the biggest dictatorship. If you don't know Syria, don't. They kill you just like a cockroach. You have no right in Syria. No right. No right. Just like in Russia, same thing. In Egypt, the same thing. In Saudi Arabia, the same thing. In Lebanon, the same thing. Those dictator Arab states, they are nothing more than mafias. And then today, the crook Hassan Nasrallah, he's talking about ceasefire in al-Zabadani in Syria, and Iran was a mediator, it was in the middle, and made mediation between the United Nations and the government of Syria. And the question is to Hassan Nasrallah, who are you? Who do you think you are? You're not God. One day you will pay the price from God, the one who you think that you belong to Him. God doesn't need people like you. God said, do not kill. If you are a religious person, you should not involve in killing. No politics and religion. No politics and religion. No politics and religion. They don't work. One negative, one positive, one plus, one minus. How could you unite plus and minus? You can't. They are completely opposite to each other. They don't get united. They are the opposite. But when you are a hypocrite, it will work. You will have a day, and Iran leaders speak baloney, monster, religious figures. They act like, they are God. They are not God. You, Satan on earth. My opinion, you are Satan agent. You have nothing to do with God. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing to do with God. Nothing to do with God. And whoever follow you, they are the retarded. There is no, what they call it, they are the revolution power against Zionists. What Zionists? Zionists is tender, soft compared to those people. They are barbarian. But in the name of God, please leave God alone. God doesn't need you. Leave God alone. God doesn't associate with criminals. God doesn't associate with killers. God doesn't associate with hypocrite. You are 100% hypocrite people. I can prove it without thinking too much. You are a criminal nation. Iran, you trashed the Islam. All the Islam has nothing to do with no government. The only things Islam has to do with the Book of God, and this is it. There's no people. Very few in the Muslim, on the Christian, and the Jewish. Few do what God wants them to do. 100%. True. 100%. Only few, and the rest is hypocrites or dumb. I'm watching the news, and I can feel it's the end of time. Now it's a time for those kind of people, Satan people. In the name of God, they will kill you, destroy you, deceive you, and they are the biggest hypocrite nation ever exist on earth, on the name of God. God has absolutely nothing to do with you guys, and hell is waiting for you. That's my opinion. Goodbye.